invited 8 entrepreneurs to a snowboarding and mastermind session to Andorra, and let's see what happened.
And why we are do this? Because business just isn't built in offices, it's built in rooms like this, surrounded by people who push you to think bigger. Most of the business owners stuck to work in their businesses, but the real game is to learn how to work on it.
The well deserved snacks in the end of the day.
Oh,
Adam wrote it to everybody. What up?
it's super cold and it actually very cloudy.
Because here's the truth, if you don't enjoy the game, you never last long enough to win it. It's not about hustling 24/7. It's more about the strategic intensity and, in the other hand, the intuitional recovery.
Okay. Job done. Grand in the bag. Grand for a run. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for the last one of the day.
We have some time with Johnny, like he just made 1K during 10 minutes, or how was it?
What's up, guys? Well, it's a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but maybe like half an hour, something like that. I mean, we placed the trade at the top of the last run, wanted to close it at the bottom one. Took a little bit longer than usual, and we just caught the last lift by 1 minute. And yeah, we closed it off in the lift on the way down.
You opened the position, but I'm really not into trading. But if somebody is not in that, it's not like this making money fast online, but you have, I don't know, 5 or 10 years of experience on that too.
Correct.
What was your strategy behind that?
The fundamentals that we use for gold dollar trading are all the resistance levels. So support, resistance, different key levels in the market. Now, when you're trading something like gold, obviously it's a very volatile asset. So we have to have a very strict strategy in place and a strict procedure, strict entry criteria. And we have these alerts set up on our accounts. So when I'm actually doing something like skiing, I don't need to be sitting there in front of my computer and just watching the charts actually go. I'll get an alert on the phone. I know exactly when to jump in. Goes out to my group as well. And then, you know, it's like a fingers crossed moment. You can't check it on the slopes.
What's the main goal for you in business after the trading started to make your life easier or better?
I think like trading was a bit of a windy road for me. Like I made money, made my life easier. But then as I became better at it and I built like a community around it, then I got less freedom. It became more difficult for me. So it was kind of like a double-edged sword. But yeah, for sure, the ultimate goal is, of course, financial freedom, being able to kind of have the location freedom as well, do what I want, when I want. And yeah, also have an amazing time, work with amazing people, meet amazing people, and yeah, every single day just grow, improve, make money, but also just enjoy the ride as well.
Many entrepreneurs who's not into trading or can't sit in front of the computer, what's the main things that you learn from trading that you've been able to use it in real estate or other of your businesses?
The main one is discipline, because when I first started trading, I was a very reckless guy. I was like 21, 22 years old. I just moved out to Hong Kong. I started a business. The business went completely to shit. I didn't want to go home back to England with my tail between my legs. Like, okay, I kind of fucked it up. So I moved to Bangkok, and that's where I started trading. I got very lucky early on, to be fair, with like a lot of trades. I was reckless, but I just placed some very lucky trades, probably, I would say. And then when I did sustain big losses, that's what taught me about discipline. If you have a set routine, a set strategy, a set schedule, and entry criteria, as long as you know it has a high probability of success, i.e. like a 60, 70%, all you have to do then is push the buttons. If you're able to stay ultra disciplined, push all the buttons, you will be profitable over time. And it's exactly the same thing that you can adopt with other businesses. If you have a business model that works, you've seen other people do it, as long as you don't deviate from it too much, obviously be original, be inventive, but as long as you don't deviate from it too much and you're able to be disciplined and make sure you turn up every single day, it will turn out the way you want it to.
It sounds like me that the strategies that you used in trading, it's like the SOPs in other businesses. And as you talked about yesterday, like you also started to build a team who can help you in the community that you are running. That's also the same business methods and stuff that you started to using.
If you want to scale, you have to have a team. Team is a big pain point for any business, which I think you know as well. Like building a team, finding people you can trust. I only work with friends, I only work with people that I know that I trust 100%. We need a lot of different resources to manage the community. I've got a couple of other traders on board as well who work with me. And yeah, it has to be a really well-oiled machine.
As you started trading, it's a solopreneur-ish business.
Yeah.
And then as you started to build your team, what was the biggest obstacles that you started to fighting with and how you came through that?
I know right now I could make a lot more money, but I can't do it because I don't have the team in place. So the obstacles mainly were finding a way to make sure that we run a good service. With what I do, it has to be completely A-star from the front end. That's why all the front end resources are free, including courses, free trades and everything else. And only at that point where they're satisfied, then they can move on. And obviously that's a challenge in itself because, you know, you have to make sure that everything's top notch. You're also going to get a lot of beginners in who don't know what they're doing and they're not really willing to watch the trainings. If they watch the trainings, they know what they're doing, but you know what some people are like. And then the support has to be very on point, and you got to bear in mind there's 20,000 people in the community as well, so they have to be very on point with making sure that the information is correct. And yeah, it's a balancing act.
You can have the best funnel, you can have the best offer, the best team, but if your environment doesn't force you to grow, you will stay stuck in your level. This is why I organize these trips, so I can surround myself with the right people and I can unlock the next level. If you're serious about your growth, you need to invest in your environment. If you're stuck in the same conversations, you will get the same results. So surround yourself with the people who push you or you will left behind.